Hi again, Plumpton. It's Mary here, your patina artist. Thank you for all the drawings and ideas you've been sending in to me, because your era is Romans this year. We've got a design here from Lucy. It's rather nice. Sorry, I haven't got a colour printer at home, so that was all lovely and yellow and gold for the Roman flag. And then Isabel has sent me loads of ideas here with lots of detail on. Lots of gladiators, lots of togas and things like that. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make a wonderful We're Making History avatar. This is the little fella, so he can move around, a bit like a puppet on a string, made out of all your basics, and then we can dress him up to make him all full of finery to make him Roman. All the materials that we're going to need, we talked about a little bit before, but basically loo roll, couple of corks for feet, you can probably use something else as well, sticks out the garden, bamboo canes, barbecue skewers would do the job, garden string, wool would be perfect, something a bit more solid for the arms and legs, and then thread. This is really strong thread, but fishing wire would do, or just normal sewing cotton would be perfect. Bit of cardboard, nice strong stuff from cardboard box, paper, just scrap paper, and what we do need is something along the lines of a lolly stick. Another stick would do if need be, but these little flat, I think that's a sugar stirrer, but something like that would do. And the material, tools, masking tape, sellotape, something like that, and scissors. And while we're on scissors, subject to scissors, please be sensible, be careful, health and safety. Hold them down, cut away from you, don't be walking around with them, be really sensible. And also cover up. I've got my pinny on today, so either put a pinny on, an old t-shirt, something inside out, and then cover up your work surface as well. Okay, so here we go. So toilet roll for the main body, and what we're going to do first is make his shoulders, or hers. So if we just line up the chunky piece of cardboard and then just mark on where the loo roll is, and then we're just going to cut just a strip, so big, and then we're going to cut little slots where we marked it. There we go. And so then we can just slot him in there, and we have a body with shoulders. Next thing, arms and legs. So the arms and legs are all connected together, and what you want to do is just measure him up, so you've got a nice length of his arm all the way down through his body, and leave plenty of length. Okay, so then we'll attach the arms with some tape and pop him all the way through the middle. He wants to go. Oh no, I've lost. Oh, there he is. There we go. And then attach him at the bottom. You can stick loads of tape inside because it won't matter. Make sure it's nice and secure, because all this will be covered up with your costume. So we've got an arm and a leg, and then to attach the foot, we just wrap it round the cork and tie it in a couple of knots. There we go, one leg. It's got quite long legs, this one, but that's all right. You can always wrap it round a bit more if you want to make it shorter. Okay, so hands. Slice a loo roll. Oops, he's off. Fold it in half. Got loo roll, fold in half, fold in half, so it's like that. And then the bit that's open, you just snip. There we go. So we've got a sort of little claw shape. And then we literally just tie that back on. So you've got two loops. Just pop the string through either the loops. My string has got a bit unwound. That's all right. Don't worry about the bit flapping out. Pop that back in later. A couple of knots. And then more tape. And then we've got these last bits. It's all a bit flappy. just stick all that down with some tape. There. We have a wrist, and we have a sort of a hand with a loop in, which is quite useful for later on. And there we go. One arm and one leg. And so now we just need to do exactly the same on the other side. And here he is. There we go. 2 arms, 2 legs. Put plenty of tape on. Make sure it's nice and secure. So next is the head. Just need a piece of paper, scrap paper, screw it up. Thin paper's the best, but any will do. And you're aiming for an oval shape rather than a round, more like your head. So there we go. That's quite. There we go. That sort of shape. And what you want to do is try and make sure that it fits into a loo roll, because what we'll do is we'll be using loo rolls so you can make hats or all that sort of thing. So if it fits just inside snugly, that's perfect. Hold it in place with a bit of tape, and then you need to stick it onto your lolly stick. What I do for this is, be careful, but use a pencil and just make a little hole. There. Just make a little hole in the top, and then shove your stick in as far as it will go. Don't let it come out the other end, but just stick it in. So there we go. We've got a head. And what you can keep doing is just keep putting a bit more tape on it to make it nice and smooth. And then measure it up against your model to make sure that we're in the right vicinity. And then all we do is stick him on the inside of our tube with more tape. Okay, so we've got the head attached. And then what I've done is I have tied our 2 sticks together just with garden twine. And then I have attached a piece of thread to the middle point, and that's going to be for the head. So then you just really want to decide how far down you want the head. I would think that that's about right, but it's up to you. Cut a little bit longer than you need, and then you can attach the head to the string with tape. Put plenty of tape on so that it doesn't ease its way out. And then what I'm going to do is cut really much longer than you think bits of thread and attach them at each of the 4 corners. Okay, so now we have all our strings attached, nice and long, longer than you think. Now this is the tricky bit, and you could really do with someone to hold your avatar up for you if possible. So all you do now is you've got the 2 at the side that you're going to attach to the hands. So you can put it through the loop in your hand. There we are. And then just tie it on. It's quite tangly and tricky, so as long as you've got someone to help you hold it. And then just decide where you want it to be sort of straight. So that's about right there. So I'm just going to tie that one off and trim off the excess, and then do the same with the other hand, and then the legs, I'll just tie it to the ankle. I'm going to show you how to make the Roman soldier, but please do whatever you want. Really, have some fun. But this is just a little idea, and this is how I did mine. So I'm just using brown paper. It's what I had around. You don't need brown paper. White paper's fine. It's quite stiff though, so that's quite good, but not as thick as card. And so everything I'm doing is just going over his head. So I'm just going to lie him down and literally draw his clothing onto him. I'm putting it in the middle because I'm going to fold it in half. You'll see in a sec. So let's just go so it kind of follows his shoulders. And that's long enough. There we go. Whoopsie. Right, so that gives me an idea. So I've just drawn the shape there a little bit. I'm going to fold it in half at the shoulder, cut it out, mind your fingers, and I'm just going to cut a little hole for his head. So that's the neck hole. So basically we've just got a little tunic that'll go over his head. And then I'm just going to use colour pencils, and I'm just going to draw on. You can look at pictures on the internet. So we'll do a little. So we've got his tunic here with his armour, and then we're just going to do the same to make a cape. And I'm literally just doing everything with colour pencils. So there's his tunic, and I'm just going to draw the cape so it's a little bit bigger, and then just add some bits to go around his neck, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is literally colour it in red. It'd be handy if you had a nice red piece of paper, but I haven't. You can make this out of cloth if you had a piece of red cloth around. Just need to sharpen my pencil. Prince of Frogs for pencil sharpening. There we go. And then I do this both sides. I'm colouring really quickly, but you could use marker pens, felt tips, paints. Be quite sensible, wouldn't it? I've done that really roughly, and you can take ages colouring it in all nicely. And I'm just going to cut it out. Got a kind of cape shape, and then I colour the back as well. So then he can fit on his back there, and then we can pop that round his neck. And then maybe just cut out a little circle just to stick on there as a brooch. What we'll do is then try him on. Might need someone to help here again. So luckily we can just hop his head off. There we go. Hang on. This is the one that the cape I made earlier, and I coloured him in all properly. There we go. There we are. Piece of string around his middle. There he's half done. I've shown you how to make a bit of the Roman soldier. So I'm just showing you all the different bits. So I've literally, that's his armour. I haven't coloured in the back because his cape goes over it, but you could do, that would be nice. So I've drawn that on, made it a shape. The cape, and I've put a little, just stuck a little blob on there. These, literally just to go around his, you could see them in the pictures, sort of gladiator shoes. So that bit went round the cork, and then that bit on top. It's literally just a little bit of brown paper, and we'll stick those on. His face, you could just draw straight onto them, but I've just been cutting out, I just thought I'd cut out a face and draw them because I'm not very good at doing faces. So this gives me lots of chances then. So if it goes wrong, it doesn't matter. Spear. His helmet, this is just made out of an egg box. So you can see the bits that come down here. I just cut the front and the side out, a little bit across the top, and then a piece of cardboard that I've sort of made a bit feathery. Again, just coloured with colour pencils. Here's our finished Roman soldier. He's got his armour on, and his weapon, and his gladiator type sandals. So there he is, all ready to go into battle. Okay, this is just a really quick little go that I had with making a Roman lady in a toga. So I've just used a bit of old fabric, made her a little laurel headdress, tied some garden string for her hair. But it is really rough. You could do much better, I'm sure. Okay, Plumpton, so we're almost there. This is our Roman soldier again. Go off and make your own avatars. Do them exactly as you want. Go crazy, have fun. Copy mine if you want to. Do exactly what you want to do. And then what we want to do is we want to see them. So just a tiny little video would be perfect. Just 10 seconds long. And when you film it, it needs to be landscape. So that way up, not that way up. Okay, so landscape, not portrait. I'll show you the email address again in a minute. It's the same one as before. If you don't want to do a video, you can just send us a photo. That's fine. A video would be good. If you want to be in it, do join in, wave, smile, do your thing. And by sending your video or picture into us, that means that you're agreeing to be part of the film. You've got until the 6th of June, so you've got a couple of weeks. And then in the future, they're going to put a nice, Patina are going to put a lovely video together of all the avatars, and then in the future there's going to be a brilliant exhibition when we're allowed to go out, see all the avatars together, have some fun, have a really big party, and who knows what. So it's for the 6th of June, let me remind you. That's the date, 6th of June, to get your videos in to us. And the address is, let me just get rid of the Roman soldier for a second. It is Patina 2020 Plumpton @gmail.com. It's the same one that you sent your designs to. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. Have really good fun making them. Enjoy yourselves.